All right, and we are back. This is NHL 20 Franchise Mode Calgary Flames. This is episode number 46. Yes, welcome back into our franchise mode here at the Calgary Flames, and welcome to our final year as GM of the Calgary Flames, and our final quest at winning another Stanley Cup, I should say, going back to back. That is because, of course, we are the defending Stanley Cup champions here in the year of 2024, going into the 25 season. So, yes, welcome back to our franchise mode. Obviously, you can see our record there. It's not the way you want to start as a defending Stanley Cup championship team. 4-9-1, and when you look at the standings, there we are, good enough for dead last in our entire division with just 9 points. As you can see, it's just probably one of the worst records in the entire league when we look at it. Only the Florida Panthers have a worse record than we do in terms of points. So we are sitting 30th in the NHL. That is clearly not where we should be as a team that is not only looking to make the Stanley Cup playoffs again this year, but of course repeat as champions. So we have a lot of work to do here. We stopped the last episode a little early, kind of abruptly because of our record. Because we were losing just way too many games and there just wasn't enough change happening. So we're only 14 games in. That's not a huge sample size of the season, but it has not gone our way to say the least. So, we started off here on the 5th of October with a overtime loss to the Edmonton Oilers. And then you can see from that point on, we went 3-7-1 in this month of October. 3-7-1. That's not a good month at all. A lot of terrible losses in that month. And then we went into November here, and we played. How many games did we play? 3 games in. We played this New Jersey game. We won a game against Pittsburgh there, and then we lost this game to the LA Kings. So we went 1-2, if you will, in the month of November. And then we stopped because you can see there's lots of hockey coming up here in November and December, and we need to get our season back on track before it is too late. So 3-7-1 in October, 1-2 so far in the month of November. It's not good enough. We are the defending champs. We need to be better. We need to start climbing back into the NHL standings if we want a legitimate shot at not only, like I said, making the playoffs and being a strong contender, but winning the Stanley Cup in what is our final season as GM. So, obviously, there's a lot of reasons why we are where we are. If you've been watching the last episode, the first and foremost is goaltending. Our goaltending has been absolute crap to start the season, which is a little odd because we are coming back with the same goalie that won us the Stanley Cup, and not only won us the Stanley Cup last year, but Jordan Binnington was probably one of our favorites for the Conn Smythe too. It did end up going to Johnny Gaudreau. Could have went to McKinnon. Could have went to Ovechkin. It also could have went to this guy right here, Jordan Binnington. But so far he has just not got it done this season. Now 31 years of age, he is still an 85 overall. There it is right there. He's still an elite goalie. Look at his role, listed as an elite goalie. He is a starter. He's still, still an elite goalie in this league. I don't know what else to say. He's a good goalie. He's not dropping off just because he's 31 years of age. He will eventually. He's only got 1 year actually left in his contract, but. That was it's a little odd to see that because 8-7-2 and 3-8 goals against through 11 games. It's obviously not good enough. He's been a huge reason why. Obviously we have not been doing well. His backup that we brought in for this season, Alec Netrovic here, he has not been much better through 5 games. 8-5-7, 4-0-3 goals against. So it almost seems like whoever we've got in goal here, it's just not getting the job done. This numbers speak for themselves right here. Save percentage and goals against. It is what it is, and we're not getting the wins. Say what you will, and actually Binnington owns the 3-7-1 record there, that same record that we had in October. So it's not good enough. Bottom line is it's not good enough. Goaltending has not been good. Now, what I did is I did go into the goalie market after the last episode. I looked at all the trade possibilities. There is nothing out there. There is no teams wanting to give away goalies, and there's no teams wanting to even take Binnington because, in order for us to bring in another number 1 goalie, of course, we have no salary cap space. We'd have to ship out Jordan Binnington's final year of his contract that he's on, which is 5.5 for the final year this year, and we'd have to bring in a goalie with pretty much a similar contract, maybe more term, but a similar dollar amount, if you will. So I looked. Anyway, I did go and look. There's no teams looking to give goalies. There's not a lot of good starting goalies in the NHL. I was actually surprised by how many teams don't have decent starting goalies. And so we're lucky to have one, but he's just not playing well. So I don't think we're going to make a trade for a goalie right now. I'm not panicking too much right now. Binghamton's numbers have been disappointing, but I'm hoping he's going to pick that up. Just a quick look here at the rest of our team. Johnny Gaudreau still getting it done with 17 points through 14 games, 14 in 14 for Nathan McKinnon. That top line's been really good. Ovechkin on there as well, 10 points. Monahan's got 11 points. So, I mean, offensively, I think we're getting it done. Kachuk's at 9 points. Onward down there. So, I mean, you know, you like to see some of these other guys, Dubé's in them, you know, pick it up a little bit. But it's not the offense. It's more when you go to the plus-minus section here. Just too many guys here in the minuses. Way too many guys for my liking down here. We need to be a better team defensively as well. It's not just goaltending. While Jordan Binnington has been the biggest disappointment spot, it's not just goaltending. Our defensive coverage has been horrible, and you're going to see that here in the stats as we look at it here. As we dive in, so these are the overall standings in the entire NHL. There are the Anaheim Ducks sitting first overall in our division. Vegas Golden Knights also in our division at second overall in the entire NHL. So it's not going to be an easy division this year. When we go to the worst to best standings here. I meant to go here by place. All right. When we go worst to best, there we are, second last, like I said, in the NHL. Only the Florida Panthers are our worst team than us right now in the league. We are second last in the entire National Hockey League. Again, early on, 14 games in, but still, you want to be better than that. We're going to go by goals for, goals against here. So goals for per game, you can see that the Panthers own the worst goals for per game. We are not much better. Actually, let's go from bottom up. Because we're not much better. This is the bottom 8, bottom 9, 10, 11, 12, so roughly 13th worst in the entire NHL. So we're in the bottom 15, if you will, in terms of goals for. Could be worse, definitely. We could be in the, one of those bottom 12 spots, but 307, still not the best goals for, considering that our offense is kind of okay right now. I'm not too concerned about our offense. We do have the lethal offensive weapons, so I know that will probably pick up as the season goes on. So I'm not too concerned about it, but that needs to improve as well. It's a small reason why we are where we are, but the bigger reason here is goals against per game. Let's go goals against per game. Anaheim owns the best. We own the worst goals against per game in the entire NHL, even worse than the Panthers. We have a 4.14 goals against per game, which is good enough for a dead frickin' last. We're the defending Stanley Cup champions. Like, what is going on? So again, that's a reflection on Binghamton and the goaltending, but it's also a reflection a little bit on our defensive coverage. It just has not been good enough for defensive coverage as a unit. We're just not good enough. Whether it's our defense, our offense coming back defensively, and our goaltending. It's just, I don't know what to say. That's not a place you want to be. Is dead last in goals against per game. So that's got to drastically, obviously, improve. It's not going to improve significantly. It's going to have to slowly get better as time goes on. So that's that. Power play looking like this. We own a pretty bad power play, I think, as well. Bottom up. So we're like a roughly 10th worst on the PP, 15.2%, just 5 for 33. That's not good enough. The PP's got to pick it up. And the PK is third worst in the NHL, 67.6 on the PK. Like I said, third worst. So you can see the numbers there. They're pretty bad. Like I said, we're bottom 15 in pretty much everything. We're dead last in goals against. Power play, special teams is not much better. Bottom 10 in those. I mean, we have a lot of significant improvement to do here. And it's just so weird for a team that, won the Stanley Cup last year and as good as we are, for us to be where we are to start this season. We didn't get worse. We, if anything, we stayed the same. I thought we improved in some areas. We lost Noah Hannafin and stuff like that, but I thought we still improved in some areas. So we shouldn't be where we are is what I'm trying to say. So this is what we can do. Like I said, I did go into the trade screen here. I looked at all the options in terms of trades for goalies. There's nothing really out there. Again, I went team by team. I went in every team's goaltending screen and just looked at every goalie out there, and there's no teams wanting to give away any goalies at all. There's no reasonable goalies we could even go after, or trade value-wise. Like I said, contract-wise, we have no salary cap space, so we'd have to be shipping out Binghamton. There's not even a single team that wants to take Jordan Binghamton, which is kind of odd. He is a reigning Stanley Cup champion, a former Vezina Trophy winner, so it's kind of weird. Here, let me get a drink here for a second. Excuse me. Okay. So then the other thing I looked at is coaching staff. So this is what happened. I went into coaching staff here because I thought, well, maybe we've got to fire our coaching staff because it's been that bad. Well, not really, because this guy right here, Jean Fichard guy, he's been with our team for probably the last few seasons, at least the last 3 seasons, ever since we fired our coach. I think it was 3 seasons ago, and he is actually the one that led us to the Stanley Cup last year. So yeah, I mean, this guy got it done. I forgot we still had him this year under contract. He's a really good coach. He's a defensive coach too. Which is weird because that's the part we're slacking on the most right now. You can see his defensive stats right there: A+ in defense, A in offense, A on the power play, A on PK, A on technique, and A- in coach influence. But the A+ on the defense is the big one. You're not going to find too many better head coaches out there in the league with this type of stats, if that's what you call them. And there's his record right there: 195 to 164 in his coaching record with us. Did win a Stanley Cup, like I said, last year with us. He's a really good coach. Again, I'm just looking there at some of his stats. But yeah, he's an offensive coach. You can see there on the left, very defensive. Obviously, so that's the style he is, and he won us a Stanley Cup last year. He's got 2 years left on his contract, but no, this guy's good. This guy's not the problem, I don't think. He hasn't been the problem ever since we've had him. And again, just 14 games of this season. It looks bad on him because he's the head coach, but I really like the fact that he is a defensive coach. And again, you're not going to find much better out there. But what I did look at here is we also have our associate coach here, this cleric guy, and then we have 2 AHL coaches. But what I looked here is that we only have 2 NHL coaches. I found that weird. So I guess we forgot to hire more NHL coaches this year. So we've been actually starting this season with just 2 coaches behind the bench. So that could be a reason why, maybe we are where we are now. This associate coach, he specializes on veterans, which is good because we have a lot of veterans on our team. You look at guys down like Gaudreau, Monahan, and even Kachuk. Our core is a veteran core, McKinnon, and of course, then you got guys like Ovechkin and Giroux and Eberle, who are actual real veterans. So we have a lot of veterans on our team. Dougie Hamilton, another one. So a lot of older players. That's the way our team is. So we definitely need a veteran coach as well, and that's what this guy is. Again, he was also on our team when we won the Stanley Cup last year as our associate coach. So again, he's not the problem. But what we do need to do is get some more coaches. So I actually did do that. I'm just going to go into here. How do we go into promote decline? Oops, not that. I want to go into hire a coach. So yeah, this is what I did. Is I went in and I went and got us an assistant coach, and we're also missing a goalie coach. But when you go here in their jobs here, there's no such thing as an actual goalie coach. There's just assistant coaches, which is weird. Because I thought maybe that's a huge reason why. But I did hire this guy, or put an offer for this guy, who is a assistant coach that specializes in goalies. Because obviously Binghamton and Netrovic are struggling, and that could be a huge. This could be a huge reason why, because we don't have a goalie coach. So maybe if we bring in a goalie coach, then we can boost Binghamton's records up a bit. So I made an offer for this guy. He is probably one of the better goalie assistant coaches out there. So I mean, we'll go after him, and I got another guy as well, just to be an assistant coach. This guy right here, he's a veteran coach, specializes on veterans as well. So I just went out and made an offer to both of them. There's lots of assistant coaches out there. If we don't get those guys, but then you can see it goes to AHL associate coaches, but there's no, like, when you go down this list, I don't know how far it goes, but when you go down here, I guess I made an offer for an assistant coach in the A as well. But when you go down here, there's no goalie coach. Like, the whole list, there's no such thing as a goalie coach. So I'm like, how do you get a goalie coach if you can't hire one in this screen? Because if you look at the bottom there, it says we need an assistant coach and a goalie coach in both the NHL and the AHL. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. We can hire ourselves 2 assistant coaches, I guess, with one specializing in goalies. So anyways, I went and did that. We're gonna try and improve our coaching staff by hiring some more coaches in there, and maybe that will be a huge help, because like I said, our system hasn't been working, our PK hasn't been working, power play, everything has not been working on the coaching side of things. Our players haven't been going, so I mean, we need major changes right now. So maybe we start bringing some better coaching staff to go along with our Stanley Cup championship coaching staff last year of our head coach and our associate coach there. Maybe that will work. Again, I don't know the way this game works. If that's that's a huge key, is you need an assistant and a goalie coach. So that could be a huge reason why. I don't know. And then, like I said, trade-wise right now, I looked, not much out there. But if this does continue, we are, like I said, beginning of November. If this does continue, we are going to go out there and make some changes, because we're, again, our only goal right now, this is our last season. We're just focused on trying to go back-to-back. So if we have to make trades, we will. If we have to bring in a different goalie, we will. But right now, there's nothing out there, so I'm not even going to try and force a trade right now. I'm just going to go with what we've got, going to re-edit all of our lines. I'm actually going to do that right now. So I'm going to... actually, it won't take too long here. Keep you on screen for that. So we're going to just try and changing things up here. Just changing a lot of things around. So this top line, it's been fine offensively. Second line, that's still our best players on our second line. Third line, it's probably fine. I mean, the only thing we can do is continue to switch Giroux and Dubé around. We can try that to start. Give ourselves a little bit better center depth. And yeah, I mean, we can't make main changes there. Defensively, I mean, how are these guys doing? Valimaki's a -2, Hamilton's a -3, -2 for Manson, -1 for Anderson, -5 for Shillington, and a -5 for Pionk. So I mean, not much we can do right there. Can try maybe taking out Pionk for Rakdal Gudis. But yeah, there's not much we can do on the bottom pairings as well. I mean, like I said, we can switch Hamilton and Anderson around. We'll try that maybe to start, and just see if that makes a change. Let's get into special teams here. So like I said, power play and PK has to drastically improve here. So we're just going to have to try and switch stuff up here. We can try putting Kachuk up there, putting Monahan on the second unit maybe. Keep Ovechkin in his spot. We'll try putting, I don't know, that's still our best players. But we got to improve something here. I don't know, we'll try Kachuk, McKinnon, Goudreau, Ovechkin, Valimaki, Giroux, Dubé, Monahan, Anderson, Hamilton. Like, this is our best offensive players all around. So, I mean, we can tweak this all we want, but, I mean, we still need these guys out there in the power play at the end of the day. So that is that. PK, though, needs to improve drastically. I don't know what to do with the PK. Maybe stack our top units, with Monahan and McKinnon. Again, maybe get Rasmus Anderson up there with Valimaki. Again, these are our best 8 players that you want on the PK. I mean, it's not like we can go in and just put other players on here. I know the line chemistry on the right side there doesn't look good, but we're just going to try little things right now to improve our PK. Because like I said, these are still our best players we want out there. The other thing we could do is Manson's our best defensive defenseman. Maybe put him up there instead of Valimaki, and put Hamilton back up there. I don't know. We're just trying little things right now to fix anything, because we need the help. And I mean, like I said, there's nothing we can do with the goaltending. Binghamton's just got to pick up his socks here. So we just need to find a way to turn things around. It's been a really bad start. This was a long intro to this episode, but we got to jump right in and hopefully turn things around. We've made some changes to our lineup, some of our coaching staff, and we're just going to hope for things to turn around here and pick up. We're going to take it one game at a time. That's all we can do right now. So let's start with the Colorado Avalanche and see if we can start turning around our season. Like I said, we're 1-2 to start this month. After a month of going 3-7-1, we've got to turn things around here. So here's our first assistant coach who's going to reject our offer. Don't fear your quality of your roster matches the challenges I'm wishing to take on. Okay, that's odd. So that guy declines. And here's the other guy. I'm going to reject your offer. Same thing. Okay, it's a little odd. So we'll have to just go out there and get 2 different assistant coaches. So let me go do that right now. This is kind of annoying because, I mean, We are defending champs. We're offering you a job in which you don't have. Most coaches in the real world would accept any job they're given. So that's pretty annoying that we have to like literally go through this and find coaches. But it is what it is. So here is a. I'm just looking here. I'm looking for a goalie coach again. It's hard to find goalie coaches. So this is the guy we just tried, right? Yeah, that's the guy we just tried. This is tough. I want a goalie coach. All right, here's a guy right here. He's a goalie coach. So let's offer him a contract. I don't even care. And then we just need another assistant coach. Try and go with a guy that's got a little bit better of an overall here. So these are associate coaches. All right. I really don't like this. We can just try this guy here. I don't care. We just need guys in here to help out. All right. So make a couple more offers there. All right, let's get this game underway with the Avalanche. So, like I said, trying to turn around the season here. Let's go Colorado, Calgary. Come on, we got to get back in. We just got to start taking it one game at a time and just start winning some hockey games. That's all we got to be focused on right now. So let's go. First period looks like this. No score. Second period, come on, Flames. We do get to go from Gaudreau. They get one from Tyson Jost. Third period, we need a huge third period here. Come on, Flames. Yes, we get it. So Matthew Tkachuk gets us the goal. 2-1. We'll take it. We don't even need to look at the stats in a 2-1 game. Probably a slightly better night there for Binghamton. And that's a start. That's our first win back here. That is a start, so we need to keep it going. All right, this guy doesn't feel like he wants to be on our team either. He's not what he's looking for, so he's going to decline. Of course. What about the other guy? He has not responded yet. All right. Let's get up to this Vancouver game. Excuse me, I don't want to play the game. Fuck, all right. I don't want to play this game. There we go. Right, so Vancouver, this is a divisional game. We need to win every divisional game now possible. That's the other thing. When we're this point in the standings, we have to win every single divisional game. So this one is a massive game for us. So here we go. First period, no score. Second period, come on, Flames. There we go. 2 goals, Johnny and Claude Giroux. They get one from Besser. We need to hang on in the third period. Come on, Flames. Please hang on. Yes, we do. That's another 2-1 win. We'll take it. I don't care if we're winning every game 2-1, whatever, 1-0. I will take wins at this point, and that is a divisional win. That's huge. We don't give them a point, and just like that, we do have back-to-back wins for what it looks like the first time in forever. Still look at the standings. We're still last in our division, but we're slowly climbing out of it. Now just 1 point back of the Canucks, who actually we just beat. So they're the team we're trying to catch. So that was a huge win for us. Next up are the Montreal Canadiens. All right, this other coach has, again, rejected our offer. So I don't know what to do here. I don't feel, I don't know. Like, this is, like, stupid. All right, this guy's going to join. Happy to join your team. Thanks for reaching out for me, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we have an assistant coach, but we need a goalie coach still. All right. Oh, for fuck's sakes, fuck off, Arizona. I don't want to fucking trade with you every time. All right, like I said, this is so annoying because this is not what you want to be doing in your franchise mode, is having to sign coaches like it's fucking free agency for players. Most coaches would just accept the goddamn offer. I'm looking for a goalie coach. Maybe we'll go by that here. All right. Like, I just don't want to be spending all my time doing this, looking for, fucking goalie coaches. All right, here's a goalie coach, NHL, associate coach. Let's just make the offer. I don't care. Let's try making the offer to a few guys here. So we need to look for an NHL assistant. This guy's veterans. He's not goalies. So there's really no other NHL assistant. There's just an associate coach on goalies. But if that guy's not going to take it, then I guess we can try one for veterans. I don't know. Let's see if that guy accepts. I really don't know. All right, Montreal, Calgary. At least Binghamton's picked it up in the last few games, so maybe that's all he needed was just to kind of get a fresh start here. All right, Montreal, Calgary, first period. 1-1 goals from Tkachuk and Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Second period, come on, Flames. It's 2-2. Chris Kreider, Claude Giroux, a couple veterans. Big third period here, Calgary. Big third period. 4-4. All right, Johnny and Nathan McKinnon. They goes from Nick Leddy and Kotkaniemi. Again, we're going to overtime. I don't care. It's an Eastern opponent. I don't care about that extra point. I just need to make sure that we get that second point. All right, come on, Flames. Overtime. We get it. All right. So we get a goal from Dougie Hamilton in overtime. Beats Carey Price, and we'll take it. That is a 5-4 Calgary to win, so much more offensive game than we had the last few games. 4.9 there for McKinnon, 3.9 for Tkachuk, 2.9 there for Johnny. And just looking at Binghamton's numbers, 9.50, not bad. It looks like Netrovic did come in for half of the game, which is weird because Binghamton's numbers are fine, so that's a little concerning. We didn't have Netrovic starting, so again, that's a little concerning. Hopefully he's not injured. Doesn't look like it so far. So the good news, though, is that Binghamton has been playing better these last few games. All right, this guy is going to accept your contract offer, but the role is already filled. Yeah, so we can't hire an associate coach when we already have an associate coach. Okay, that's annoying. I don't know what to do. There's no goalie coach out there, so I really don't know what to do. All right. We do have 3 wins in a row, though, so maybe it was just kind of like figuring out our lines and getting back in the swing of things. Like I said, we're just taking it one game at a time and slowly working at climbing back in the standings. So 3 wins in a row. We just got to keep stringing together these wins. We got the Blues and the Stars up next. Let's go St. Louis. All right. Here we go. First period, Flames, Blues. 1-0 them on a goal by Falk. Second period, 2-2. We get goals from Giroux and Ovechkin, but they do get one from Shen. Come on, Flames. Come on. Big third period here. Come on. 3-3. All right. We get a goal from Monahan. They get a goal from this guy. And we are going to overtime for the second straight game. Again, we just need this extra point right now. Come on, Flames. Nothing. How about in a shootout? Come on. Yes, we get in the shootout. Johnny Gaudreau beats UC Saros, and that will do it. The Flames are now winners of 4 straight games. So this is exactly what we needed. All right, 2.9 there from McKinnon. And again, just looking at Binghamton's stats here, 906. That's better. We will take that. Anything above 900 right now for Jordan Binghamton, we will obviously take. And suddenly, we are now 7th in our division. So we have climbed out of the basement. We have passed the Vancouver Canucks. And we're just slowly working at chipping away here. And what are we, just 5 points back there of the Coyotes and actually the Oilers, who hold the final wildcard spot. Again, our division's really good this year, so it's going to be a challenge. We just need to get in the top 3. That's all I want. Oops, I don't want to click on standings. All right, Dallas Stars here again. See if we can go and just continue this winning streak. And right now, we'll just ride Binghamton. He's playing fine. All right, here we go. Stars, Flames, first period. 2-0 for us. Ovechkin and Monahan, second period. 3-1. We got to go for McKinnon. Do we hang on in the third? Come on, Calgary. Come on, Calgary. Fuck off. We give them up 2 goals. It looks like Netrovic is in goal again. What is going on? Ben and Dante Heinen here. I'm just trying to think, why do they keep putting Netrovic in goal? That's not good. All right, 3-3. We're going overtime for the 3rd straight game. Come on, Flames. How about a shootout for a 2nd straight game? And we get it. Sean Monahan this time. So we're now winners of 5 straight. That's good to see. I'm just really wondering. I don't think the auto rotation goalie has ever been on, so I'm wondering why they keep putting Netrovic in goal. Yeah, they keep pulling Binghamton. Like 12 minutes in, they pull Binghamton again. Why? I don't know. Netrovic did come in, play 52 minutes, went 9:03. It's kind of nice to see that he's being reliable in the backup position. I just don't know why they keep pulling Binghamton unless they're in-game injuries, which is weird because that would be 2 of them in the last few games. So that's a little weird. All right. Minnesota next. So we have a 5-game winning streak going. Again, we're just slowly chipping away there. So here we go. We're back to almost back to 500, 9-9-1. So pretty much back to 500 there with our record. All right, here we go. Mini. And hopefully our defensive stats have improved quite a bit here the last few games. All right, here we go. First period, Minnesota, Calgary, 3-1 for us. Giroux, Zarnik, and Gaudreau. They get a goal from Zuccarello. Second period, we get a goal from Ovechkin, but again, we're letting them get too close here. Goals from Olofsson and Berchi, the former Flame. Do we hang on in the third? Please, Calgary, just please hang on. Yeah, almost. Again, we let them just keep coming back here. Goals from Greenway and Johnson for them. We do get one from Kachuk on the PP. And we're going to overtime for, what is this, the fourth straight game? Oh my god, overtime, here we go. We get this time done in overtime, Nathan McKinnon, and we win this one 6-5. So yeah, I think it's been 4 games in a row that we went to overtime. 2 of them we went to a shootout. 6 games in a row is our winning streak. This is insane. All right, 2.9 there from Monahan, Rasmus Anderson, McKinnon, Gaudreau, and onward. And of course, goaltending looks like this: 8-5-7. So Binghamton does play the full 61 minutes this time, but not the best record in this one. There was lots of goals. As long as he's getting the wins right now, but I do want to see his defensive stats improve a little bit. So let me get another drink here, and then now let's just keep going here. Let's just keep rolling, see how many wins we can get here in a row. All right, we are just 1 point back of the Oilers, who have 22 points. We have 21 points. And then there are the Coyotes at 24 points and the Ducks at 24 points, who are clinching on to the final wild card spot. And you can see the Vegas Golden Knights actually with the top spot in our division at 30 points. So we're actually just, 9 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights for top in our division. So it's actually a very, very tight division. Now, the Canucks are just 1 point back of us and for dead last. So, I mean, our division's pretty much separated by 10 points, which is insane. It's a very, very tight division this year, so we just got to keep winning as many games. But you can see why the division games are going to be so important for sure in this season. So we have to win every single divisional game. We have one coming up against Vegas. We're going to need to find a way to win them. First, we got the Jets. Again, we're riding a 5-ish game winning streak right now. It's been a much better month in November. All right, here we go. All right, first period, Flames, Jets, 1-0 for us on a goal from Ovechkin on the power play. Second period, we get a goal from Johnny. They get one from Petrie. Do we hang on in the third? Please, Calgary. Fuck, we don't. They actually do come back and win this game to give us our first loss in, 6 games. Former Flame Elias Lindholm, who's now a member of the Winnipeg Jets. So we did not see where Lindholm went in the offseason after we lost him last year after our Stanley Cup championship win. He decides to go to Winnipeg, and he gets a goal against us in his first game. It actually might even stand as the game winner, so that sucks. But the Jets beat us 4-1. Like I said, we just had a 5-6 game win streak there, so I'm not too disappointed. But again, not good numbers there for Binghamton, 8-5-2. I wonder if we put Netrovic in for a game here against Vegas. Top team in our division, though. We do have the Anaheim Ducks after that as well on back-to-back nights. So, where's Anaheim sitting in our div? All right, Stockton player. You can just go best lines here. All right, so you can see we've kind of sunk back to, with that loss, we've unfortunately sunk back to 8th in our division. But it continues to be a logjam in our division. So yeah, I mean, Anaheim and Vegas, we need to win both of these games, and then we got Anaheim and Vegas again. So let's give Binghamton the first game, and then we'll probably give Netrovic the second game here, and then same thing with those other 2 games here to close out the month. So I guess it doesn't really matter. We're just going to cycle through our goalies until somebody picks it up here. All right, first period, Vegas, Calgary, massive divisional game here, and they start off 2-0. Marchessault and Haig, second period. Come on, Flames. There's a goal from Ovechkin. Huge third period. We need to come from behind here and win this one in regulation. Come on, Calgary. 2 huge goals in the third. Come on. Fuck, it's 2 huge goals for them. Pacioretty and Glass, and that's a very disappointing loss to the top team in our div. That's not what you want to see at all. All right, who struggled in this one? Top line kind of struggled. The top pairing kind of struggled. 9-3-0. So Binghamton actually plays a better game, but just still, we still lose this one. So let's put in Netrovic for back-to-back games here against Anaheim. And maybe just see if he can go on a run. Don't forget, kind of at this point last year, Binghamton wasn't playing well either, and we put Jake Allen, who was our backup last year, in goal, and he went on a huge run for us, like almost a 20-game run, where he played really well. That's why I really credit Jake Allen in being a huge reason why we won the Stanley Cup. I know it was just a small 20-game stretch in the regular season, but that was huge. That made all the difference in, us finishing where we did, and then of course getting into the playoffs and going on from there. So yeah, Jake Allen was a big part of our championship last year. I'm hoping Netrovic can go on a similar run like that. We need him right now to go on that type of a run. And look at that. Oh my God, we have, what is that, 5 divisional games in a row here. This could make or break our season right here. I know it's early. I know it's still November. But you see where we are in the standings. Still dead last in our division. If we win these next, we've lost our first one, but we will win the next 4 divisional games here. I mean, we could significantly rise in our standings right there. So let's hope that we can get it done here in the next few games. Anaheim, Vegas, Anaheim, and then Vancouver to finish off the month. All right, here we go. Anaheim to start. Come on, Calgary. We just need to get these wins together. All right, here we go. First period, Flames and Ducks. 1-1, Tkachuk and Gruely. Second period, please, Calgary. Please, please, please. Fuck off. Andres Bjork scores 2-1. We need a massive third period. Come from behind again. Come on, Flames. Please get something. All right, we tie it. That's something. McKinnon. But we need... I didn't want to give up a point right now to Anaheim, but we just did. We have to take the second point. This is a must win here in extra time. Come on, Flames. Overtime. Come on. Yes. All right. We'll take it. McKinnon back-to-back goals in the third and then in overtime. I still do not like giving up that point to Anaheim, though. I mean, these are massive divisional games in which we do need to win in regulation. So the former Duck in Josh Manson has a 2-point night, as does McKinnon. 2 goals for him. And Netrovic actually goes 9-3-9, so not bad. We'll leave him in goal. Binghamton did have a good game, though, in his last one as well. So we'll just switch it up. We'll give Netrovic Vegas, and we'll give Binghamton Anaheim. All right, here we go. Like I said, we just need to win these games right now. That's all I'm focused on. Winning these huge divisional games. All right, here we go. Vegas. And then Anaheim, and then Vancouver to close off the month. Right, here we go. First period. Oh boy, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Vegas is a really good team this year. 3 straight goals for them on, 11 shots. Second period, they had 1. We had 1 third period. We had a couple. They had 1. End of the day, we can't give them up 3 goals in the first period like that. It's back-to-back losses against the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, top line struggling again. Defensively, Binghamton comes in relief of Netrovic, who obviously goes 6-6-7 through the first 9 minutes. We'll give Binghamton back the net, but I mean, there's not much we can do right now. All right, sim up to this Anaheim game. What I think we're going to try doing here as well, I know this top line's been good offensively, but defensively they've been struggling a little bit. I don't want to tweak with this too much because it's been a pretty good month. You know what? I'm going to leave it for now. For the most part, these lines have worked this month a lot better than October. I'll just put Binghamton back in goal. I was going to put Ovechkin down and maybe put Giroux or Dubé up on the top line. But right, excuse me, right now we'll stick with what we've got. Right, another Anaheim game here, another massive divisional game here. Come on, Calgary, another huge divisional game. We need this one. We've only got 2 of a possible 6 points right now in these divisional games. Come on, Calgary, come on. First period. All right, there we go. Better start. 2-0. McKinnon, Tkachuk. Second period. Nothing. Third period. Do we hang on? Yes, we do. 3-0 shutout against the Anaheim Ducks. That's a much better game for Jordan Binghamton. Zarnik gets the 3rd goal. We won't even look at the stats. That's huge. And a huge divisional game there. Back-to-back wins against the Anaheim Ducks. We do give up that 1 point, though, in that first game. But that's still a huge win here in our second game. Again, slowly progressing in our standings. This This game against Vancouver could really help. They're just 1 point back of us. So we got to keep the lone team that's behind us. We got to keep them behind us now. Start making some ground there, and then hopefully work a chip away at it. It's so cliche, but that's just the way it is here. Oh, all right, here we go. Vancouver, Calgary, 1-1 goals from Giroux and Ginning. Second period, come on, Calgary, come on. Fuck, that's a massive period for them. Goals from Dickinson and Pettersson. Do we have anything in the third? No, not enough. They score 3 more. We score 2 more from McKinnon. That is a horrible, horrible loss to Vancouver. They now pass us again in the standings, and yeah. What else is new? All right. -3, yeah, so. All right, and 800 for Binghamton. All right, so we're now in the month of December. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this episode shorter. I don't know how long it's been going, but I'm going to keep this one shorter because we did improve. We did improve significantly, you know, with that 5-6 game winning streak. But then to end this month off, we go like win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Just kind of going back here to November. So yeah, I mean, we did. What did we go on here? Like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did we really? Let me see here. Pittsburgh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually went on an 8-game winning streak. My bad. I thought it was like 5 games. 8-game winning streak before this loss to the Jets. Like I said, we started the month off with a loss to the Devils, but I forgot we. Oh, excuse me. I wasn't including this LA game. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-game winning streak. All right. I did not see this LA game as a loss, and I was counting this Pittsburgh one. All right, sorry. So it started from Colorado here. Still, I mean, we only had 2 losses in our first, like 10 games until we played the Jets, and then we went loss, win, loss, win, loss. So I mean, the end of this month not as good as the beginning of this month, but still a much better month than October, where we went 3-7-1. So we did see some slow improvement in November, but I want to see if we can really improve that into December. You know, by mid-December, not even by mid-December, because, I mean, the month ends, like, right here. By Christmas, really, I want to see this team back to being a legit, you know, contender for a playoff spot. So, I mean, I want to see a lot of more significant improvement in these next few games. So I don't know what else we can do right now. It was a slowly better month in November, but we really need to see that continue to incline here. These last few games was not good, going win-loss, 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 especially against our own division. That hurt us. We still sit dead last in our div, but again, you know, our division's separated by what, like 13 points from dead last to first, where Vegas holds 38 points there. So, yeah, I think we'll end this episode here. Try and just, again, I'll look at the trade market again. I'll gauge the trade market again for the next episode. Just see what else is out there. But I don't think there's much. But we're just going to slowly try to continue to improve our team. And yeah, I don't know what it is with these bad starts every season. Like we did it like 3 years ago when we fired our coach. Like it's incredible how this team is such a bad team to begin with, and then, you know, we can pick it up in the second half. I don't know. But we got to figure something out, because this has not been a good start, but it has slowly gotten better. But that will do it for episode 46. We'll pick up the rest of December, and then we'll try to get right up to the trade deadline in the next few months here in the next episode, which will be episode 47, I believe. Yeah, this is 46. Yeah, 47. All right, stay tuned for that.